Hello everyone, and welcome back to Big Fun Arts. This is Abigail Rudner, and today I'm going to be teaching you more about fireworks. Specifically in this lesson, I am going to show you more about the behavior of some of the basic shapes in fireworks. But to do that, we need to start a new document. So, with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and click to start a new fireworks document. And we'll make this one 640 by 480 and white color. Go ahead and click OK to begin your new document. I'm going to rearrange my panels just a little bit, moving the swatches panel over to the right side for now, so I can get a good look at these three tools: the rectangle, the ellipse, and the polygon tool, starting with the rectangle tool, which is really the last shape tool we used in the last lesson anyway. We were talking about rounded rectangles and some very interesting behavior of rectangle grouping in fireworks. If you recall, when I click and drag out a rectangle, I can set a roundness setting. Now that is a live behavior, which means that if I slide this slider, my rectangle will become rounded. And again, if you want to refer back to the last lesson where I was talking about what happens when you click on these points and ungroup them, what's actually going on in that occasion. So we talked about rectangle grouping, and now I want to talk a little bit more about some of the other behaviors in these two tools as well. The ellipse tool really has nothing too fancy about it. You can just click and drag out ovals and ellipses, and while this holds true for rectangles as well, when you click and drag out using your shift key when drawing out a circle, you will constrain that shape to be a perfect circle. Or if you were using the rectangle tool, that's the same way to make a perfect square. So when I'm dragging horizontally or vertically or not quite square and I want a square, I press down the shift key and my shape becomes a square. So I just wanted to make sure I told you that. And I'm going to move these shapes, just out of the way for now. Some circles, some rectangles, and I'm going to dive in here and grab the polygon tool. Now the polygon tool does have some special things that it can do, meaning while it doesn't have a roundness setting, you are able to change the number of sides and the angle of your polygons in the property inspector. So I just moved over that property inspector so you can see it better, and you can see the current setting is sides and 38. You'll also notice when you choose this polygon tool that the shape pop-up menu allows you to choose from either the star or the polygon. And so when you have a star, this angle becomes more important than with the polygon. In any case, if I drag out now with the polygon and 3 sides and an angle of 38, I get a triangle. And as soon as that triangle is created, the property inspector has changed, and it no longer gives me access to the number of sides. You see, that's gone from the menu, and I can't just change that to something else now. If I want to create a new polygon with more sides, I go back to the polygon, and now I'll create a pentagon here, like a 5-sided shape. And again, as soon as that shape is created, those options disappear, and I can still use the direct select tool on these. There is no special grouping like with the rectangles to reshape these entities if I so need. Okay, now we just took a look at these 3 basic shapes: the rectangle, the ellipse, and the polygon. And I want to come back in the next lesson and talk much more about what's going on in these set of tools. These are some very smart tools. They're auto shapes in fireworks, and they have some very powerful behaviors. But before we do that, I'm going to close this lesson and start another one talking about the transform tools, because I think that's very key to the next level of skills. And the transform tools show up when you have something selected. And so as I click away, no transformation available. When I click on a shape, I can transform. So to learn more about using these tools, come back to the next lesson, and I will see you there, and I look forward to it. Have a great day, and bye for now.